Ziggity Zig talking his way out of silver, game number 31 between myself, slowly getting on top of my APM ad. When do I start moving? Come on, 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 come on. Oh my god. 16 seconds in. That's how long it takes me to start doing anything. And meanwhile, look at the income. He's off and away. I really need a better machine. So between myself and Jackson's a PvT on. Looks like Antigua Shipyard. And oh, that's sour because Antigua Shipyard is like my luckiest matchup ever. So let's have a look and see what I'm kind of doing in this matchup, because this one, this one caught me off guard. So we may need to take a look at it from a couple of different perspectives. Now look at the EPM flying out of this guy here. Of course, it's all just spam. Effective EPM is quite low. I'm not really doing anything right now because, hey, it's the beginning of the game and who cares? So we're not having a look at the live game from yesterday because it was all there. That was us finding each other on ladder. So that was me and Griff finding each other on ladder, and that was just how that game went. So no real use in looking at that, although if I look at it, I'll just question myself more because I was pretty happy with my 4-gate. I don't think I 4-gate in this one. I think being up against Terran, I just do my usual thing. Here comes Mr. Proby. He's going in for a quick peek, and we get to the bottom, and there we are. Jackson is covering the bottom of his base, and he's also having a quick peek into my base as well. What do we see? We see not all that much. No gas. Alrighty. And a small... Oh no, I'm pretty much sticking close to me in workers, so I've got my gateway down, and then waiting for the 14... gas. So I'm wondering if 16 seconds that's an awful long time. Start there, it's 46. No, it's a chronode, so it's at least one worker. So he starts with, yeah, I'm new. This bugs me. So of course this gets me talking. I hide my forward probe just up here at where a third would sometimes go, just in case I want to make a forward pylon. That's right. This was actually a game. This was the one that I recorded for last week's live game, and it just didn't record for whatever reason. So that was me trying to talk while I was typing, while I was playing. So just, and he's giving me all this. He's new. Look at that, 122. That's ridiculous. So he's totally giving me the metagame there, and it's kind of getting all up in my face. Driving me a little nutty now. I'm kind of late. Yeah, that's where I'm a bit late with my units. And I should have another zealot out now. Not sure why I'm not making one. I'm taking this guy on a quick little peek around just to see and try what I've got. Not making a single unit. Nothing going on. I should have a second zealot by now. Where's my other zealot? Where are my other units? What on earth is going on? How are we doing here? So his worker supply has not gone past 13, but the army supply is really going pretty well for him. Can you guess why? Oh, you're gonna guess why in just a second. You're gonna see it. Actually, no, you're gonna see it in another minute or two. But needless to say, what's actually happening right now with me with my second zealot out now, as you can see, we've got a bit of a skew. Is this. Here he comes. 3 racks. 3 racks push. And I've got absolutely nothing. I do not even have my sentry, so I was just so far behind. And he just starts pushing out. So putting this down at the bottom, I don't know why I did that. I just decided to be all smart and clever. Swing back over to the EPM, and it's pretty much the same. I am getting my early robo down, and this is when I get scanned. And when I get scanned, let's just slow this down. And away run my 2 zealots from the bottom of the ramp. And this is bad because I should have had my sentry. Should have a sentry by 6 minutes. I mean, look at that. Up my ramp at 6 minutes with these units. So had I done sentry, had I had the sentry here, I could force fielded this, done something about it. EPM now. Apparently I'm not doing any EPM at the moment. That's kind of... Not getting anything out of it. At which point I say, oh, that's quite an all-in. I'm just barely... It's 6:20. It's 6:30. I'm just barely getting my work gate. There he is. All in with everything. There's absolutely nothing left in his base. He polished off and made as many of these as he could, even less. Some of his units over there. Average GPM finally came back to a small number. I did get another one of those, and we are now down to... So I did kill a couple of his. I did try to do something with this last zealot. Taking them out one at a time. I don't know why these guys are on gas. That seems ridiculous, but it's definitely... One zealot is not enough to take on those guys. I do have a sentry on its way out now. So with this last zealot, I was trying to do something, but it just was not working. So down goes the sentry pretty darn quick. I did have enough energy for a force field, but it just was not going to help. Not at that point. Things are not going to go well. So at this point, it's just down to, yeah. And I'm out of units, and it's pretty much game. I almost tried. The problem is, I'd like to think that this would have gone better had two things not happened. Had I been able to keep up right at the beginning, because look at that, I'm already behind in workers, and had I stayed on course and made that sentry instead of screwing up my build, I should have had two zealots, a sentry, and a stalker, maybe even, or at least three or four zealots and a sentry. I should have had at that point, at the 6-minute mark. I'm almost positive about that. But anyway, leave me a comment down below, send me an email, ziggyzig@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter, @ZiggyStarCraft. This was just one that kind of pissed me off. It's always the games where you're a little bit off that someone tries something like this on you. You know, it's never one where you're up against someone who's kind of actually derpy. Someone's trying to mess with you. Yeah, stay tuned.